I kind of discovered your world completely backwards, like I was saying. My entry point was Blend, and I was just like, God, it's retro, it's futuristic. And from that, I started to go backwards. So I went, through interactive sampler disc, all
Hmm.
things converge, and I just tried to dig as deep as I could. So I want to start with ornaments.
I had been writing synthwave style stuff since like 2008
Yeah.
is when I started. And I just kind of feel like I was building up to writing my first LP. I was releasing EPs, and back in the day, like everything, any kind of traction you got was through blogs. So I started to get picked up by a couple of the bigger blogs, and I started to, I don't know, build that confidence to write a full length.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I started writing ornaments, I was like, I'm gonna try and push what I've been doing a little bit, but I want to lean into some influences a little more. So I'm not sure if it's apparent, but like there's like a heavy Art of Noise like influence on that album.
No, there it absolutely is. I was gonna say, just like basic pleasure model, it kind of makes me feel like I had this respawn effect, like I just came out across the map in Halo. Like
Oh,
I,
that's awesome.
but like art, video games, classic film, like old commercial, what inspires you?
Well, video games definitely do.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Halo fan.
Okay, okay, good. Oh, that's the accurate,
Yeah,
perfect.
super accurate because I play so much Halo to this day. My earliest influences were like Duran Duran and like I don't know, when I was younger I kind of had a rough taste in music because growing up in Ohio, like you're kind of force-fed some stuff on the radio that's like
Right.
I don't know, not the coolest.
Yeah.
But as I started to mature and start to, find new things and discover, like I started to discover Italo disco, definitely on the early synthwave scene when it wasn't even called synthwave back then. We couldn't think of a name for it. I think everyone was calling it new disco at the time. And it's yeah, it's hard to even describe my current stuff as synthwave because it's like, it's leaning more into like breakbeat
Hmm.
and that kind of thing. It's a part of my roots for sure. The 80s sound is definitely always going to be in the backbone there.
There's a breakdown, I think like 2:12 mark. It's a little after 2 minutes in these messages. It almost feels like a villain entered the video game or, you're about to level up. I'm wondering if moments in these songs were born from an actual moment in your life or a feeling that you were chasing.
That's a good question. Not not really. I mean, a lot of the times it's just, feeling out the track and seeing it where it takes you. These messages originally was written to have lyrics. And so the lyrics didn't work out. It was my friend Yoda who was going to do the lyrics.
See, yeah, I love this. So, God,
That's awesome.
great. New Retrowave Records, I just want to give a shout out that they're doing really good things.
For sure. On that track, since I didn't have the vocals to work with anymore, it was kind of like figuring out like how do I fill in those gaps, like and make it sound good, and I
Yeah.
tried my best.
Well, you did a great job. I don't,
Thank you.
no one's ever heard your music before. You're not bored as a listener. Like,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us producers feel the same way, and that's why we've tried to push it,
yeah,
trying to push the boundaries of the genre a little bit throughout the years.
Ornaments is kick-ass.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's definitely my most popular record.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure. Blitz, the song Blitz on there is, I've been able to be fortunate enough to get that song in like uh, video games, like in it's in Forza.
No
So it
way.
was, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm super stoked on that.
All things converge and kind of
Hmm.
felt like a creative glow up. Like the sounds got shinier and bigger. Dressed to the Nines, it kind of blew my mind.
Oh,
All
thank
of
you.
the all of the chord progressions, and it just kind of feels like it was layered like a wave
Hmm.
rolling in. And it just really good on my ears. I don't know another way to explain it, but what made me think just from a computer standpoint, like file size and storage, do you
Hmm.
keep multiple versions of a song like as you build it, or do you just ride one file to the finish line?
Yeah, it's pretty much one file, but it's funny you mentioned the layering. That's awesome that you noticed that because with my stuff, probably starting with that album too, a lot of the sounds just like every single sound in it's just completely layered with like multiple sounds beneath it to
Yeah,
try and give it a little because I work with software,
right.
so I'm trying to make the sound as thick and as nice sounding as possible. A lot of this stuff is super layered, and it's cool that you notice that.
Absolutely, no. And then the fact that you're just it's one file and you're just writing it out, that's even more
Hmm.
impressive because it's like, damn, like I wouldn't have the fucking patience to do. I mean, you're a master.
I've been doing it for a very long time.
How do you approach putting a record together like that kind of spanned that much time?
Um, Interestingly enough, a lot of the time I don't plan on it becoming an album. Like I don't sit down and go, okay, I'm gonna write an album. Like I'll just start writing a couple songs and then they kind of flow together. And then once I have like four or five pieces, like not complete, but just pieces, then I'm like, wait, these like really go really well together. I normally don't like sit down and like, okay, I'm starting fresh, I'm writing an album.
No, no.
Eh,
That was going to be my next question. So it's like kind of more organic. I was going to see like
Totally.
if you just archive tracks as you come to them, and then once you're like, wow, kind of made like six or seven. Like this kind of
Yep,
might like be a thing now.
that's exactly right. Yeah.
I'm trying to be all analytical with my questions, but it just God, and that kind of brings me back to Blend because that's how I first discovered you, and it's just, I mean, it's a no skip album, in my opinion. No
That's awesome.
skips. You listen to it from, I mean, all of yours are, but I might just be impartial because that's how I discovered you. And El Perro is just, I feel like I should fade that in when I edit this just to let people jam out for a second.
Heck yeah.
Chronopolis is another standout on that album. It's phenomenal. Do you think that we just feel like that's your most polished record as listeners, or do you think that that's the most personal you've ever got making something?
Y- Yeah, it totally is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the most time I've ever spent on a record.
Yeah.
So a lot happened through my life as I was writing it, and like the direction of it had changed a couple times where ultimately it ended up with I wanted to make an album that, and this is after, I had already written a couple sketches and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with them. I wanted to write an album where every song was a different kind of vibe, but I wanted it to blend and work together. That's kind of where the name came from.
Yeah.
I wanted it to somehow work together, even if all the songs were like kind of bordering on like a different genre.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to also blend it with samples because I never really got heavy into sample usage. So with Blend, I used a lot of samples on that album and for layers and such. But yeah.
Do you feel like you have to kind of rush yourself when you're in that flow state, or are you more someone that
Yep.
likes to break and like rebuild like a sculptor?
No, I totally need to. When
Yeah.
I realize I'm in that phase,
Hmm.
I write as much as I possibly can. And then I sometimes I'll go months without writing music. Because every time I sit down, I'm just like, this sucks. This is stupid. What am I doing?
Um, I guess I just have one last question for you.
Mhm.
What is the thing, I mean, what makes you happiest about discovering new music today? Do you feel like that feeling ever gets old?
No, I don't. Like, I honestly think there's so much good music out right now
Yeah.
that people are sleeping on.
Yeah.
I I go through like release radars on Spotify and like Discover Weeklies, and
Right.
yeah, I don't get all my new music from, the algorithm,
No,
but
no.
I check a lot of the stuff out. I try to stay informed
Yeah.
and with the electronic scene, and yeah, I'm just blown away by the talent.
Yeah.
And there's just it really disappoints me that people give up on current music and they don't see what's happening right now because I've been super impressed. Like there's an artist named Background that I discovered recently,
Okay.
and it's Bakground, and he's a younger guy as far as I know. Is super mysterious, like doesn't have any socials,
Hmm.
but it's just like writing super like genre pushing stuff, and like it's really sad that people aren't. They're like, oh, music is so much worse these days. Like, I just really don't agree.
I think not having open ears is, it fails us
Yeah,
sometimes.
agreed.
So, and you're from Ohio. I mean, like Devo's from Ohio. I just can't believe sounds like you guys are from fucking Ohio. It's so kick-ass.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because the weather is like so weird. Like maybe we just get drum machines instead of going outside or something. But
I don't know. There's a definite uprising. Um, th Thank you again for talking to me and taking the time
oh yeah,
to do
it was
this.
my pleasure. Thank you.
I love everything that you've done, and I can't wait for, even your single that you dropped for your birthday. I feel like I'm following you, like, just, I'm a really happy fan. So,
Oh, that's awesome. Well, hopefully you like the next record that
yeah.
is completely finished, but is not coming out till next year, unfortunately.
Ooh, okay. All right. Well, there's something to look forward to.